And we're live. Thank you everyone for joining us for a brand new episode of Aetherseed Cycle of Stars, our D&D live play game. It's been a week since our last episode. And before we jump into things, I'm going to go around the room. Everyone can tell you who they are playing, and if they wish to do so, where you can find them in the dark corners of the internet. And let's start with Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash. I'm playing Dagobert Swiftfoot, Lightfoot Halfling Rogue, who's been caught out a little bit, and he's got an ankle bracelet on, and he's sulking in his room.
Pretty much. Nate.
Hi, I'm Nate. I'm playing Errol Reminash. I'm a Cragling police detective who's having quite possibly the worst 2 days of the last little while of his life.
Kat.
Hello, I'm Kat. So I'm playing RaQui MriTtyur. I'm an Aarakocra bard and a medical examiner. I had my notebook stolen last session, so very sad. So I've headed off to the library to try and start new notes.
Yeah. And Jade.
Hi, I'm Jade. I'm playing Will, Vijanasi, also known as Number 7. I work in the kitchen, and you can find me on all sorts of different social medias.
Like 17 Instagrams.
Twitters, Facebook pages, so on and so on.
Okay. Last time, our players were moved to a safe house by the police of Washe City, since they were all persons of interest in the matter of the Mortar Corp factory disaster. Sadly, the safe house didn't prove not to be as safe as intended when they were attacked by a group of gangbangers who burst through the door and did their best to outright kill the members of this group. As a consequence, they were moved to another place, this time the Seekers Guild, the Seekers being something of an international organization of adventurers. It is, being a Seeker is the way you can be a professional adventurer in this world. Along the way, though, someone checked Dagobert's bag. Someone checked Dagobert's person, and while he managed to hide a dagger he was carrying, they did manage to discover the module reader they had taken from the factory, including the little SD card-like filament module that was used to summon the Starbit elemental they had fought in that location. But then Dagobert, while everyone else was being treated with politeness, Dagobert once again managed to find himself in the hot seat and being treated as a suspect. But either way, he was also moved to the Seekers Guild just so they can keep an eye on him, since the building for the Washe City Seekers Guild office is something of a fortress, and well, adventurers know how to deal with problems. Will managed to find something useful to do in the Seekers Guild kitchen, becoming the 7th sous chef for the fire elemental chef. RaQui went to the library to attempt to rebuild some of her notes on the Quiet, a mysterious organization of assassins. Their presence quite related to the ongoing case. Dagobert remains in his room sulking after having been discovered, but received something of a message in the television in his room, a contact from an old friend. And Errol has been tasked to continue the investigation. So it's been a strange couple of days, and the strangeness continues as we're picking up where we left off. Will, you are in the middle of doing your best in this kitchen, and it's like being back where you belong. Despite the fact that you're not dealing with clients and there's a fixed schedule for the lunch, it is incredibly active. RaQui, you have been handed off to the apprentice to the head librarian of the Seeker's Library. You've been handed off to Mintra, who's this goth-looking storm cloud air genasi, or a goth genasi, if you will. And she is there at your disposal, despite not being even remotely interested in anything you're doing. Errol, what are you doing? If you will, tell me.
Where to start? I'm gonna go put my stuff upstairs in whichever room it is, figure out kind of the surroundings of his room so he knows whether or not there's loads of people around at all times or not. And then he's got to continue the investigation. So probably means going back to the precinct to see where we're at, or at least phoning in to get any updates on the
choice.
To get on. Yeah, so probably phone the precinct to see if we've got any update on where Beerus's address is, and then plan to head over not alone. So probably go find RaQui because we're together. But I would like to make a stop off at the hospital to check in on my partner, Varys.
Very well. Who do you call in the precinct?
Probably the captain directly, because I don't know who else knows about this, and I know that the Quiet is involved now, and it's probably all on the down low.
The Quiet was Errol.
Okay, new day. I'm planning to head out to that address. Did we get a solid lead on where that is for Beerus?
Yes, I'm forwarding the address now.
I think I'd like to keep RaQui with me.
I agree. Take the doctor with you. Varys will meet you at the location.
He's out of hospital?
Yeah.
Good. Glad. That means I don't have to make a pit stop on the way to check in on him.
Meet him there. He should be, well, he checked himself out, so he should be fine.
Well, maybe. Okay, that's fine. I'll see how he is when we get there. I take it this is all very hush.
I mean, don't go to the authorities with it, because they'll laugh you out of the building. The Quiet don't really exist.
I figured. I'm going to try to keep as low a profile as I can, but it's not been going so well for me.
Yes, I heard you destroyed a police unit trying to lose a tail that wasn't there.
I don't really know what came over me.
Oh, I know what, but that's a discussion for another time, Errol. And we will be having that discussion.
Thanks, Captain. I'll meet Varys at the scene. Hang up. Avoidance. I go see if I can locate where RaQui is.
You go up to her room and she's not there.
I will ask at the front desk if they know where she's gone.
The receptionist to the Seekers Guild is there. And it goes, oh, hello, Errol.
Hi, I didn't catch your name the first time around.
Oh, my name is Bolus. So what can I help you with?
Business. RaQui, the doctor, the
oh, yes, I think I saw her going into the library.
How do I get there?
Follow the signs on the wall. It'll take you to the library.
Thank you. You said you knew my dad. That's a talk for this evening, maybe?
Some other time. Long story, that one.
Catch you later, and awkwardly back away to find RaQui.
You head off, go up a few floors, and then find a simple wooden door that says library.
It's library. Go inside.
You open it, and what comes through is this shock of bright white light on the threshold, and you can't see past it.
Don't enjoy that. Keep walking through. Arms
You
out.
go through and emerge in a massive library where the stacks reach further than the eye can see, and some of the bookcases seem to be horizontal in the air, but the books don't fall, and some of the stairs are very reminiscent to an MC Escher painting. The place loops on itself.
How do I find anyone here?
There is a lectern near you with a little bell on it.
Ding it.
You ding it and you hear, just a moment. And then you see an individual, a wheelchair user, coming down a vertical wall. Just perfectly vertical, goes into a set of shadows and it just emerges near you. Goes, well, yes, what can I help you with?
Hello. Detective Raminesh. I think my colleague is here.
Oh, yes, the young lady.
Dr. MriTtyur.
A moment. You see him just put his hand to his temple, goes, Mintra, please bring the young lady back to the entrance. There's someone looking for her. And you somewhere you don't quite see where, but you hear, and you, of course, RaQui, know exactly where it's coming from, as it's from the creature in front of you. You hear this massive sigh, almost like echo through the entire line, like, ah. And then you see this storm cloud just float back towards the entrance, presumably followed by RaQui.
I'm going to ask her, why are we going this way? We were going that way.
The storm cloud turns back and says, someone's looking for you.
Okay, I guess it must be important. And I reluctantly follow.
You find yourself back at the entrance and there's Errol there waiting for you.
Errol, what's so important?
We got a location on that Biros fellow.
Right.
Captain wants us to stay together on this one.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to carry on investigating. I can come with.
And then I figure easier to look at crime scenes when there's two of us. We did all right at the house.
When do you want to head out?
My partner's meeting us there, so as soon as you're done here.
I mean, that could take some time. When do you want to head out?
I mean, now.
Do you want to
Let's
go
just
now?
go, and then you can come back and spend your night here.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Mentra and Master Gleamscale and say, is there any chance you can get the books out for me? And I'll come back later to look at them, please.
Yes, of course. We can handle that.
Thank you. Sorry to be a nuisance. I appreciate that you were going to show me.
My fault, I guess. Sorry. Work calls.
The young lady, the Genasi, just looks at you, and if looks could kill.
It's all right. He's used to that sort of look.
So you immediately see that she kind of looks at you, then kind of looks at the Dragonborn in the wheelchair, and Keldar is just giving her the same look, and she kind of looks away.
He's like, play nice. When we
The way
leave,
then
Errol's just whispering to you, maybe we should, I don't know, bring food back or something. We should try to make friends, not enemies.
Yeah, I mean, she was already pretty grumpy when I got there, so I don't know how much that's going to work. She seems okay, though.
Will, what is your passive perception, please?
Passive perception is 15.
As you're working in the kitchen and moving things about, cleaning up after yourself, you move past a window and you see across the street is Lauren.
What's she doing? Is she just...
She is leaning against the wall, just a brick wall, graffitied and everything. But she's just leaning there. She looks haggard, and there's quite a few bruises on her.
Is she like looking through the window, or...
No, she just seems to be looking around.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the head chef. Be like, can I take 15?
Were you?
7.
Oh, right. Yes. Go.
Thanks. And then I'm gonna take off my stuff and then go. Is there like another window that's kind of nearby?
There's basically just another window, same distance, basically. There
But I can
isn't
still
anything.
see.
Yeah, you can still see her.
Okay, so I'm gonna take out my phone and take a picture.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna look for a door that leads outside.
You immediately find one. There's a back door where you can go through. You see that the moment you go through to leave, one of the seekers, just an unknown guy in a hoodie, just kind of falls into place behind you.
That's fine. Okay. It's probably what they do. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can catch her.
As you're going, you leave the building, heading towards where you saw her.
Mm-hmm.
You see now that she's not alone. This perfectly black, like obsidian black, tiefling is now with her, and they seem to be having an argument. What's your passive insight?
13.
She's terrified. But she's like rooted in place.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just gonna be like, kind of edge a bit closer, see if I can hear it, what the argument is about.
Make a perception check. Are you trying to be subtle about this? Are you trying to approach without being seen?
If I'm seen, then I'm seen.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna like be like, oh hi. I'm just kind of walk there slowly and then see what happens. Let's see. Dirty 20.
You hear her first, and she's like, I know. I still need to get a few more. I just need a few more days. Pelennor was getting dangerous. People there still know me, so I'm here now. Just give me a few more days. And then you hear him go, you have one last chance, little puppet. Find me more subjects, or you know what will happen. You know what I'm capable of. He's like, you see immediately, he's like just cowering, like, yeah, and you see like instinctively like going towards her face and other parts where you can see some of the bruising.
Mm-hmm. Gonna try and listen a little bit more.
I'm gonna make a roll. Give you a chance that you are not immediately seen.
Mm-hmm.
Because Lauren will not see you. She is otherwise engaged.
Mm-hmm.
But her companion is a more attentive individual.
Yep, that's fine.
So he may see you.
That's fine.
We'll see. It's a natural 1.
Okay.
He is very much in. You can almost sense that he's very much enjoying the emotional torture he is inflicting.
Yep.
He is dressed in a simple business attire,
Mm-hmm.
but it is like, instead of black on black, like black suit, black tie, it is red on red. It is red suit, red tie, black shirt.
Mm-hmm.
The shirt actually matches the color of his skin. And he has don't look like ram's horns, which is kind of the usual you see for tiefling. They're more like antlers.
Mm-hmm.
And the conversation kind of follows the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but you start picking up things that this is something like, this is an ongoing discussion, and that she's been getting people for this guy across the entire continent, particularly
Okay.
Pelennor.
Right. So while the conversation is going on and I notice that they're not really paying attention to me, I'm going to have my phone out and I'm going to do like a little video. Make sure that it's on silent so it doesn't make any noise to like alert anyone. Because I want to try and like see if I can either pick up a bit
While
of
you're
content.
recording, on the recording, he appears fuzzy. Like you can't, the camera doesn't capture his
Okay.
features.
Interesting. Right. So I'm gonna leave that for a little bit and then gonna leave it maybe like a minute or two because I don't want to have too much or them to like suddenly spot me. And then I'm just gonna put my phone away and then kind of walk forward and be like, hey, That's where you are. I've been looking all over for you.
You say that. I won't make you roll. Immediately, Lauren freezes in place. Like, you don't use you're walking to her, and she has her back to you.
Mm-hmm.
But you can sense almost like the chill that goes up her spine.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy turns to you, and you realize that it is. Actually, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I'm actually good at that. 23.
When you look upon this tiefling's face, not only is he like absolute, black skinned, again, obsidian skinned, his eyes are just as black. No sclare, nothing, just pure darkness. Not only that, but you can see like tendrils of it, like leave his eyes. Almost like it's shadows leaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, for a moment, you're seized with just this urgent need to run away. But you're made of stronger stuff. And your hair keeps you well grounded.
Yeah.
And you stand your ground. While he's looking at us, I'm sorry, we're having a private conversation here.
I apologize. You see, she's running a bit late from her break. So I was asked to bring her back.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Oh. This is gonna happen. 16 was my lowest roll.
15.
16.
16. Lauren turns to you and you locks eyes with you, and it's the first time you've seen her in a long time. And you wordlessly, you immediately sense that she has not had a good life. Like, you knew she was with wrong people at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever's happened to her, she is. To the person you knew, this is a shell. There's very little of her left in there. And what is there is absolutely terrified, but not for her. You. And she's like, I will. I'll be. You should go. We can talk later. You can see that she's basically with her eyes sounding like, get the fuck out.
Okay. I'm just gonna put my hand on her shoulder, give it a little squeeze, and be like,
The moment
All right.
you do that, he turns to you and goes, leave her in peace. As he speaks, the ground trembles under your feet. And you see that he grabs her by the back of the neck and pulls her back. And you see more of those shadows like leaking out of his face.
I'm just gonna put my hands up and be like, I was just gonna say, I'll tell the boss that you're just gonna be a bit longer. Didn't mean to cause any trouble here. And then I'm gonna slowly back away.
He has his eyes on you, but then just extends his right hand towards the wall. And as he touches it, you see that similar ripple you had seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And he drags her and walks into the wall.
just before that closes up, is the guy who was following me, is he still around?
Make a perception check.
15.
You don't see him.
Okay. So he's either run away or he is still here and he's hiding somewhere. So that's fine. Just before the portal kind of closes, am I able to take a quick snap on my phone again?
Sure, what are you taking a snap off?
The, portal bit?
Are you taking a photo or video?
Let's say video. Another video, let's
Okay.
see. Because I want to see if it...
Again, his features seem blurry. Like the camera can't focus on him for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But you do see the movement of touching the wall and both going into in that water-like ripple.
Mm-hmm. And is that where the graffiti is?
Yes.
Cool. So
It is in, not only that, the graffiti is the same you saw in Pelennor.
interesting. Cool. So as I back away, I'm gonna check my phone to make sure that it's not gone all funny. Like it hasn't been what's the word? Scrambled or anything, I guess. Like the footage is fine.
The footage is fine except for anything that has to do with him.
So it's just him that's all like fuzzy and stuff.
He is almost like he looks like a glitch.
Okay, but the around him looks fine.
Everything around him looks fine. It is just him that cannot be captured.
Cool, that's fine. That's why I just wanted to double check. So then I do that, and I kind of head back, and I'm gonna see if I can see a seeker on the way back to the kitchen, or someone who looks
When
like they
you
work
open the
there.
door back to the Seekers Guild,
Mhm.
the receptionist is there waiting for you.
Perfect.
And he points back to like behind his back, and you see the figure in the hoodie there.
Mm-hmm.
Says, I was informed of something going on outside.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should have a conversation.
Yes. I also need Detective Errol and Ricky.
I think they've left now.
Damn it. Okay.
I can try to get them back here, but they seem to be going on official business.
This is potentially official business too. I've got something for them.
Okay. He says, please follow me. And he goes to the reception, picks up a phone, calls you Errol. You're muted.
I answer, but I guess I don't know what the number is.
It is an unknown number for you.
So I just answer, Detective Reminesh.
Hello, Detective. This is Bolus Macross from the Seekers Guild.
Oh.
I am here with the young lady, Miss Soul. There's something happened near the building, and she says she wishes to speak with you as it may be related to your case.
Is she okay?
She is fine. We had one of our own keeping an eye on the situation.
Okay, let me handle what I was about to do, and we'll come back as soon as we can.
Very well. Dagobert. What is our dear Dagobert doing?
He's just in his room. He's considering how he's going to get himself out of the hole he's dug himself.
Your TV turns on again, and you once again see that little animation of like a gnome on a rock. And the next thing that comes up are the schematics for your ankle bracelet, as well as what to do to get out of it. But then it changes to a message. Just says, actions have consequences. Choose wisely.
I'm going to take a mental note of the schematics, but I'm not actually going to deactivate it at the moment.
Okay. Is there anything you want to do while in the Seekers Guild? Look around, or you're staying put so no one tells you anything?
I'm staying in the room at the moment, but I will have a look around, see if there's anything I can use for later if need be.
Looking around, you immediately find signs across the different hallways that point you to different locations. There's the library, kitchens, reception, and you also find the way to another wing, which is the training area. Of course, another like administration, archives, etc. That's all there. And then there's another pointing to the head seeker's office.
Okay. I'll take some mental notes, just trying to get a rough layout of the place. I'm going to go back to my room, search the room, see if there's any bugs or cameras.
Make an investigation check.
A 13.
You find about 3 bugs, 2 in lamp, like light fixtures, and 1 under the sink.
Okay, I'll leave them in situ. And I'm just going to lay down on my bed and just start singing to myself.
Okay.
Badly. Really badly.
Errol and RaQui, you make your way to one of the, basically like the educational district of the city of Poitiers. It's where, the Washington City University is. And you get to look basically like the student housing. And that is the address for Biros. It's an apartment in this essentially student dorm. Waiting outside is Varys in his usual trench coat and fedora, almost neon yellow, like Dick Tracy yellow.
Errol will sort of swallow his pride a bit and just go up to Varys and hold his hand out. Like, good to see you're okay.
Yeah, he shakes your hand. You see that his right hand still has that changeling natural pallor to it. Like it's not fully converted back to this persona.
You actually okay, or?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just this let's say that's a longer story. It just takes me a while to get back to things.
That's okay.
So, it seems I missed you going to the shittiest safe house in the forest.
Yeah. Bad night. It was a bad night.
Yeah, I followed
Shitty night.
I followed up with the precinct on that before I came over. The suspect they've treated him, and he's basically waiting for us to come around. Though I think Palik and Rodnar are giving it a go, if they can pull anything out of him. Though from what I heard, is a bit tight-lipped.
I mean, he was pretty jumped up.
Yeah, I heard that too. Though what I've heard, not a drugs guy myself, though I did have a stint in Vice. And whatever they were, that's not your run-of-the-mill street value fairy dust. That's something different.
Yeah, it's different topic, different. Let's focus one thing at a time, because apparently something just went down, and I need to get back as soon as possible to talk with that Miss Soul, big
The
hair.
one with the big hair?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, I saw her picture.
Oh, Varys is my partner, Dr. MriTtyur, and I introduce.
Doctor, I've checked your file and seen your the notes in your different cases. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure is returned.
You notice
Hello?
this is an elven man, but one of his hands looks different from his right hand is different from his left hand, and it is pale white, as in almost the color of a wall white. So you almost as you shake his hand, you can see bits and pieces of it begin to shift in color to a more fleshy tone and match the other hand. I've already spoken to the caretaker. He's gonna open up the door for us. He's just waiting for you.
Yeah, and I've got a bad feeling that's it's either going to be absolutely clean or it's going to be not great in there.
I am going to take some gloves out for each of them and pass them both a pair of gloves before we go in.
Glove up.
And some of those funky little shoe cover things as well. So,
And and RaQui needs one of those like hair nets for the wings.
they're everywhere.
Winglets.
Like your forensic attire is essentially the Phantom of the Opera, just going.
Yep.
You are, the caretaker is an elderly dwarven man, and he goes, "Well, hello there. You're the detectives.
Yeah, nice. I'll flash my badge.
Follow me. It's on the 3rd floor."
Thank you. Lead the way. You have any issues with this guy before?
No. He paid on time, kept to himself. Didn't really talk to anybody. Mostly just students here, but you get the occasional, someone that managed to land a flat here anywhere. It's mostly students, but it is let's call it low-income housing. So there's more than just students.
Yeah, but most of these students and...
I never asked what he did. He had the money, he paid on time, and he kept to himself, so...
No, that's about what we were expecting, I think. Thank you.
You come to he brings you to the door and pulls out like a master key and opens it. Immediately to you both, you're standing in front of this door, and you can feel the cold coming from within, as if someone had left the air conditioning blasting just left it on.
It's nothing unusual for me, so I'm gonna carefully open the door and enter.
Okay. Very good. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yay! Dun, 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 dun.
Or no, Constitution saving throw. My bad. I need to make one for the.
18.
You succeed. The moment you open the door, you there is a moment of like tension, and you pull, and you hear a click, and the next thing you know, both you and the caretaker are enveloped in like this puff of green dust. You inhale it, and for a moment it burns your throat, but then the sensation passes. What the bloody hell was that? Oh.
You should probably go straight to A&E.
He goes like, actually takes a bottle. Ah, just a mild poison, nothing to worry about.
Oh, dwarves.
So this really lets me know that quiet once, and just walks away. Just give me the key when you're done. I'll be downstairs. And you are in at the entrance of a small, almost studio-like apartment. Though the area you are in has 2 doors. One is open ajar and leads to a bathroom, and another one to what would be the main flat, like living room, bedroom, kitchen, all in one, because it is a studio apartment. But that one is closed.
Take a quick look around. Do I see any immediate other traps? I don't know why.
Make
I'm
an
asking.
investigation check.
Traps, probably not Errol's forte.
Can I assist?
Yes,
Because
you
I
can.
don't want to get
Investigation check, right?
poison in the face.
Is that with advantage?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. It's a 3. Oh, that's 14 plus 3.
You
17.
look around and you manage to find that there is another such trap in a set of drawers nearby, and one on the second door, the one leading, another one in the bathroom, the other one. It is fairly easy to dismantle. You just need to basically cut the cable while it is not taut.
I note those things. I give Varys a look, which is like a, well,
Varys
this is
goes,
suspicious.
I may have something. You two, can you back up?
We back up.
You see him pull a weaver and focuses on the door, and you hear almost like the weaver spinning, and you see a shimmering hand appear and grab the thing and opens it and pushes it in. There's a puff of smoke, but it doesn't reach you. It says, comes in handy.
I could have done. Nope. Yeah, that was a great idea. Okay, a couple of doors. No traps on the doors though, because we've.
No, he already triggered them.
Yeah. So, did you say one door is ajar and the
When
other 2
he
are not?
opens the door that leads to the actual rest of the flat, you see Biros, dead, hanged.
Errol goes. "Oh,
And you
shit."
feel that blast of cold that has turned this flat into nearly sub-zero temperatures.
I guess I'll be taking that room then.
Yeah, I think we should bring him down.
I
And
take
it is-
photos beforehand.
Yeah.
It is. He's dressed identical as before. This is the man in the hoodie you had seen. Only without the hoodie, it is a human man, bald, and, well, right now, grayish. You know, he has the pallor of death.
I'm just going to say to Varus, before we take him down, we just need to get photographs of everything. And I'm going to take my weaver out and just start taking pictures of everything.
Can we use... there's a module, hang on. Let me find it. I think it's called Look Back.
Yep.
Would that be useful to, because this place is cold, right? There must be something causing that.
You see that the air conditioning is open.
Oh, it's just on.
It's just on. Make a tech roll.
Is that intelligence based?
Yes. Are you proficient?
No, I don't have a tech skill.
Then just pure intelligence.
Yeah, with my great stats.
No problem.
4.
How much?
4.
I mean, you've had many air conditionings in your life. You've never had one that blasted this cold, but I mean, you're sure there might be someone on the market selling something like this.
It just feels too cold. I don't know how to tell whether this has been tampered with or if this is not your standard aircon. It just feels like it should turn this place into an icebox.
You can actually even see frost, like hoarfrost, on like the windows.
But I will say, and I look at the doctor, probably good for preserving him, being that it's so cold in here.
I mean, it's definitely going to stop him from smelling. We won't know how long he's been dead for until we can do an autopsy. I'm just going to call Volderies, and with that, I'm going to signal to Varus that I've taken enough pictures. If he wants to take him down, he can take him down. And I would like to call Volderies.
Varus pulls out a pocket knife and hands it to you. Actually, no. He gets a pocket knife and says, no. Goes and follows the cord to where it's tied and undoes it. And carefully
ease him down.
Carefully, you bring the body down.
Once he's on the floor, I will start taking pictures of everything else in the room.
Okay.
Like as thoroughly as possible.
You take your time and you take photos of everything that is visible. Are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I want to, if I can get everything in the room completely photoed and documented with all the little post-it notes and things that you would, then I want to start looking for things that I can't immediately see to see if there's anything that's been left. But I think the doctor might be better at.
You can help RaQui with provide aid for her investigation role if you wish.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 of us, so between us, I figure we can look under everything, in every tiny little crack and corner.
So I will say, RaQui, what is your priority for investigation?
Well, for me, it's going to be the body.
Okay.
Okay. With advantage.
Volderies replies, sends a text saying, we are on our way.
Cool. Oh, nice. 22.
22. You look over the body and you can immediately tell that this person died from basically someone broke his spine. Just snapped his neck. But it is not from like the height he would need to fall while hanging for that to happen. He would need to have been thrown like off the side of the building. Like just hanging from the ceiling in his room is not enough. In fact, the ligature marks that would indicate like choking are clearly post-mortem.
Okay. I'm just going to communicate that to the other 2 and say he was dead before he was hung. there's foul play here. Do I notice anything else, like on the body, on him?
You find a very telltale puncture mark on the back of his neck.
Okay.
Once again, it is minuscule, but you already know what to look for.
Yeah. I'm going to take pictures of that. Let's go in my new notebook.
Yep. On his person, there is nothing, not even a weaver, nothing. Everything that he may have had on him has been removed.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah.
You go.
I was gonna say I'm gonna start kind of looking around the room to see if there's any evidence of so like telltale signs of break-ins or anything.
There are no signs of violence.
Okay.
2 things to look for Errol. First, paranoid. I want to check all the windows to see if I can see anyone hanging out around.
You're on the 3rd floor. There, you look out the window. There's no one like staring at you.
No snipers.
I mean, what's your armor class?
Without my shield, like 13, I think. Maybe even less.
There's no snipers.
The other thing is I would like to look for if he has an office or a laptop, anything that I can use to figure out how he is connected to Dagobert.
I will say, look. I mean, that would be an investigation check. Are you gonna run the investigation yourself, or again aid someone else in their role?
If RaQui's busy, then I'll ask Varys to help me. But if she's not, I'll mention to her that we should try to find. I'm not very good with tech, so a laptop or something would have to be sent off. But it would be something. But
I can
notes,
start
journals.
Okay, then
photos,
RaQui
anything.
make an investigation check with advantage, or the 2 detectives helping you investigate.
Sorry. 9.
With
With advantage.
With advantage.
Wow.
I rolled a 1 and a 5, and I have +4.
That's what happens sometimes.
You don't find anything. The place seems clear. So
Weirdly clear.
I would say you are perhaps distracted because it is once again a contact with the quiet.
Can I use my look-see weaver module just to see whether or not there is anything magical within 30 feet?
Sure. You put in the module, you use it to cast detect magic, and the air conditioning is magical.
Okay.
Noted.
I shall communicate that as well. I'm going to start looking. Is there any furniture or anything that kind of sticks out, like cupboards or drawers or?
Make a perception check.
Where are we? Oh, natural 20. 24.
Natural 20. You immediately clock 3 things. One,
Okay.
a chest of drawers that you can see the floor around it. Looks like there's some scraping as if it were moved. Same thing with the bed. And you notice almost like a small ventilation grate that looks very suspicious.
So I'm gonna point to all three, and I'm going to ask Errol to take the bed and Varys to take the ventilation grate, and I'm going to go and look at the chest of drawers.
Okay, I will have you two roll investigations with advantage. I will roll 2 things for Varys. Okay.
Ooh.
And I will make a second roll for Varys.
$21.
21.
19.
19. Varys rolled a 19 as well. He also rolled a 20 on tech. And he approaches the air conditioning unit and goes, yeah, this has been tampered with. Someone's replaced the basic magical module with what I'm guessing is a black market one, and he pulls it. Actually says someone has modified this to be able to accept the module in the first place. And he pulls out the module. It is much like the one that was in the reader, complete, no label, just completely like a blank, just like label on it. The moment he does it, the air conditioning brings it back, like the temperature rises to that level where the air conditioning would normally bring it down, which is around 8 to 10 degrees instead of -2. And he pockets it in an evidence bag and then goes to check the grading. The rating thing. He rolled a 19 and he finds a journal and says, Doctor, you may want to see this. And he hands you the journal, and it's basically literally like a calendar, like just taking basically plans for the days. And one of them on the day that all of this started, he says it just says quiet audition. And with a note that says investigation completed, waiting for contact.
I'm going to take a picture and then put it in an evidence bag.
On your own end, on the chest of drawers, you immediately find there's another trap there, but you circumvent it without any issue. And you find, how much did you roll? 19?
Yeah.
Give me a second. So with your 19, you find a list of locations in Meru. You find they're all factories. One belongs to Mordacorp. The other one belongs to Rosenberg Incorporated. One to Pralox Industries. One to Prismacore Incorporated. And the last one to Artifice 6. I'm gonna put these on our chat so you can have all their names.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
These are all in Boise City. They're all factories, and you have the address in those notes. The factory that you see for Mordacorp is the one you were in.
So again, I'm going to take a picture and put it in an evidence bag.
How much did you roll, Errol?
21, 23, 21, 21.
21. In addition, you find another set of notes. Yours are the first. You find 2 notes. The first is a list of targets, and it literally says, it's almost like a hit list. The first one is Maris MriTtyur the Sixth. The second one is Norezi Billion. The third one is Detective Errol Remenesh. And the fourth one is someone called Ponti Lolash. I'm gonna again put all the names.
Yes, please, can we have names? I bring it. What was the other note?
And the other one is a package. I'm sorry, not a note. It is a package. The package has basically like spray cans and instructions on how to draw that pattern you've been seeing. It also has the address to a warehouse in the Brightbrow district, which is the industrial area of the city. It's saying that this is where more paint can be acquired.
Shit. I bring them back. I bring both things back over, take pictures, but I give Ricky a look and just point at my name. And I'm like, it's got to be some correlation between me and the rest of this list.
Do you know any of them?
Do I know any of them?
Make a history check.
Oh, I don't have any points in history, but I think it's intelligence, right? Which is 0. Yeah. Okay. So 17, still better.
17. You recognize 2 names of the list aside from your own. The first one is Maris MriTtyur the Sixth. She is the chairman of the MriTtyur Foundation, basically where your mom and your husband work. She is the top of the top. And the second one you recognize as a cop is Ponti Lolash, who's an Arakakra crime lord. Infamous, like ties to some shady businesses, but one of those people no one has ever been able to bring down because they're very careful.
I note that to Ricky as well, but I note it to Varys as he's here and we're all doing this together. And I just say, do you recognize any of these other names?
I recognize Ponti. I did a bit of stint in Vice, so his name came up a few times.
Yeah, I've heard of him, but I figured.
And I mean, I think everybody knows, like the chief of the foundation, but I mean, I know that detective. It sounds really familiar.
Oh yeah.
But the other name, I mean, I could look it up. Give me a moment. And he just essentially goes online and looks it up. Says, okay, that's curious. That's apparently this person is an agent, particularly Micah Moonbeam's agent. With your already history check, Micah Moonbeam is another virtual idol. Similar to Lauren Starlight. This one is more like the gaming oriented kind of persona. What their like claim to fame as a virtual entity is that you ever see the computer generated show Reboot in your life?
No.
Reboot was a show where it happened inside the world of a computer. So programs and protocols were people. Every time the user, aka one of us, would play a game, it would descend on their city like a cube. And anyone trapped in it would become NPCs in the game. That's kind of what they did in the show.
I like that.
And that is what Micah does as a virtual entity. He doesn't just play games. He enters them and becomes part of them. And it becomes almost like a series. All his streams are very interesting because more or less like they almost play out like life and death adventures because he is playing in the game with the rules of the game.
What a weird. Okay, here's the thing: correlation between virtual idol I get because those starlings were everywhere before, and the guys
Worth
at the
noting
safe
that
house.
Micah and Loring, they're the two major virtual idols of Meru, but they have no relationship to one another. In fact, they're more like, their fandoms are more like rivalry.
Yeah, but then that makes sense. I'm being paranoid. We've got starlings, the guys that hit the safe house,
Yep.
the non-safe house, were wearing those starling vests with the butterflies, and now we've got another virtual idols agent on a hit list. Interesting. Still not sure why I made the list. I'm going to assume I'm easier to get than my mother. I'm going to run with that theory for now. Not sure she'd be bothered. Okay, I'm going to make a phone call, and I'm going to look to see this paint stuff. Is there any... I would like to do a lap of the building to see if there's any of this graffiti anywhere on the building.
Make an investigation check.
I just say, I'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. 17 again. +3, 20.
There is none around the building, but you do see it in some buildings around the block.
Do I see that same weird message if I kind of look at when I saw it when I was driving, and it all made the red stuff made like words? It said something like he is, or he lives, I think it said. Yeah, he lives.
You look at this particular swath of the graffiti, and you don't see that pattern emerge. You don't see that shape. But with your 17, I will tell you, now that you're on street level, someone is watching you.
What do they look like?
You see across the street is a greenish, almost, aquamarine tiefling in like a big trench coat with like a bowler hat on and like a scarf around his neck, and he is watching you. And when you notice him, he smiles and waves. You've never seen this person before.
Creepy.
Errol will nod because he knows I've seen him, and I'll try to take a picture of them.
When you take out the phone, he strikes a pose.
Kind of give him a weird look. I'll dial Varys and just put it on speakerphone and kind of wander over to this individual.
Varys goes, hello? Hello?
I go, hey buddy, how are you? What you doing? Do I know you? And I walk across so Varys knows that I'm...
Yeah, as soon as you approach, he goes, Errol, my boy! And just like slaps your shoulders, like looking up and says, oh my, you've grown along. It's grown a lot, are you, huh?
Sorry. You know me. I don't.
Of course you don't remember me. You don't remember me. It's been a long time since we've seen you. It's been a long time. How do I put this? Well, I'll just say it simply. I'm your uncle. I'm your mother's uncle.
My great uncle.
More or less. Don't do the great. Makes me feel old.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I thought, things have been, I've heard on the grapevine that things have been going a bit dangerous for you. So I told your mom I would be coming out and, keeping an eye on you, making sure everything's fine, everything's cool.
Okay, but you chose to do that on your own. Mum didn't send you. Yeah, you don't have to answer that. I already know the answer.
I mean, she didn't tell me not to do it. But
So
Letty is a complicated person.
She is that, yes.
But don't worry. Your Uncle Giovanni will keep an eye on you.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm at work, so maybe we can.
Oh yeah, he pulls out a card and he just give me a call whenever you want. Though I will tell you that that graffiti business, nasty business. That.
Yeah, and what do you know about it?
Only what I've heard, rumors here and there.
Well, I know it's infernal.
No, that's not it.
Or two different kinds of graffiti. Okay, cool. That's.
If you remember, the infernal that you found was on the note that was on the box.
Oh yeah, but I thought it matched the graffiti.
No, I told you that the box also had a similar pattern.
Oh, it had the same
around
pattern.
it that matched the graffiti.
Okay, I'm like, no, wait, false equivocations. Okay, then maybe we should meet up this evening.
I'll give you a call.
Sure, yeah. I like his card.
Take care of yourself, And if you're ever in a scrap of trouble, come to me. I can make sure you get out of it.
That sounds illegal. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear you say that.
I just said I would, if you were in trouble, I could help. If you want to assume that's illegal, that's your own prerogative, my dear nephew.
It's been okay. Then we have an understanding. It's not. That's good. I'm gonna go back. You can hang out if you want. I'll phone you.
I'll do that.
Nice
and he comes up to you, gives you a big hug, pats you again on the shoulder, says, "Go back to work."
Everyone just really awkwardly walks back upstairs. Like
you look behind. He's still there.
Wave awkwardly. Let's go back upstairs. I hang up my phone.
At that point, Varys has come down the stairs. He said, "A fuck?"
I don't know that man.
That it was your uncle?
I don't know much about my mother's side of the family. We visited maybe twice as a kid.
Right. Maybe ask your mom?
Yeah, obviously, now that there's people turning up at crime scenes.
When you turn around to point at him, he's no longer there.
Shit, how did he do that? He was right there. I pull out the picture and I show it to him.
It is just it's a tiefling striking a pose.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Let's when the crime scene people get here, we need to go back and check on Will. Things are getting
as
weird.
you say that, they arrive. Can you ask for, a few $100,000? I don't know. No?
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know, but I don't know whether it's strictly above board.
So what are we? Okay, should we pick up the doctor as well, or leaving her here? What is the plan?
Let's pick up the right. Hang on. I've got to pick up the doctor. We have to hand over with Volderies. We've got a suspect in custody that needs questioning. We need to get these cans of paint tested. I need to call my mother. That's an A side.
I don't know.
and we
Maybe
have
I mean, I've heard things, Errol. People talk. People at the precinct talk.
Everybody's heard, yeah.
I would say, call her now. I mean, it's still early in the day. Call her now. I mean,
I'm gonna call her. I'll call her on the way back to where we're staying, because
Errol, as your partner, I'm gonna
things to do.
offer you a bit of advice. It's just a question. You really want to call her with the two of us in the car with you, so we can listen in?
Yeah, I tell you what, you gather the doctor and hand over. She knows what she's doing. She'll hand over herself with Volderies. They like each other. I'm going to make this phone call and we'll go from there.
As you say that, Volderies comes out of the like little truck for the like medical examiner's office, followed by the crime scene unit. And Volderies, as always, dressed in navy on navy on navy on navy. Even his scrubs are navy. He only wears the color navy. The Gitzerai comes in and says, "Hello, detectives. Can you point me to the crime scene, please?"
Oh, my partner will take you up. Good to see you again.
Likewise, if you will, sir. Barry says, "Come with me," and takes him up. And crime scene text pass you by, goes, detective, just like nod to you while going up.
I'm just gonna stand somewhere nondescript and phone my mother.
You are. The phone rings a few times. It says, a moment. There's Miss Natolie's office. This is Susan speaking.
Hi, Susan. It's Errol.
Oh, hi, Errol.
My mother.
It's wonderful to hear you.
It's great. It's great to hear you too. I'm glad you're doing okay. How's the kids?
Wonderful. They're growing fast. They're already asking for the first weavers. It's a conversation.
I remember that. It's got to be great fun for you.
That it is. They're a bundle of joy.
Is she in a meeting or busy or just?
No, she's actually very free. Do you want me to transfer you to her?
Yes, please let her know it's me, so she's not.
There is a moment of quietness. I'll let you do that, and transfers the call. And you just hear, Lady Natalie, with whom am I speaking?
Mother.
Oh, hello, Errol.
Mother, do you know a Giovanni?
Yeah, there is a pause. He goes, yes.
Okay, so that checks out. So I've met him.
Why have you met him?
He wants to catch up, he says, with his nephew, apparently.
Errol, I'm going to be very very clear on this. Stay away from that man.
I didn't get great vibes, Mother. So
He is my uncle. He is your family. He is my father, Girolamo's brother. But he is not what I would call trustworthy. In other words, son,
stay away.
he's dangerous.
I got that feeling. Mother, I need to tell you something, and it needs to be in confidence because this is more for I found several names on a hit list. One of them may point at the foundation.
Any name in particular?
If I tell you, you can't tell people that you know. It will come out. I've literally just found it. I haven't taken it anywhere else.
If you can't tell me, why bring it up?
Because I worry about you.
There are people in the city you can worry about, Errol. I am not one of them.
Okay. Don't worry, there'll be a protection squad sent. My name's also on this list, and I'm just letting you know in case something happens.
There is a beat. The beat becomes a minute of pure silence. It goes, if your name is on that list, then do call your Uncle Giovanni.
That just makes me more suspicious of this guy. He actually came before I found this, well, just after I found this list. And he said if I was in trouble to ring him, like he already knew.
He probably already did.
Great, so I don't know what the hell I've gotten myself wrapped up into. This wasn't even my case. Please keep everyone else safe.
I always do that.
I'm glad you're all okay. I'm sorry about the other night.
That is a conversation for another time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business to attend to. And she hangs up.
Went okay. I head back upstairs to grab my people.
Before you go, any of you wish to do anything else in this flat?
I would like to, once everything is documented and picked up and bagged, I'd like to throw I'd like to use the vacuum module to see if anything is in places that we can't see underneath furniture.
With its use, I'll allow you one more investigation check with advantage.
Anything random. Oh. 22.
22. You use the module cast vacuum, and immediately you see this almost vortex of gravity begin to pull coins and little bits of paper and a little wrapping of food here and there. Everything begins to be concentrated. Some of the text going, "Hey, as things are being moved towards, but you hear immediately this rustle of paper coming from behind the fridge, as if someone is caught there trying to get out but can't.
I go and I shift to the fridge.
You shift the fridge and find something basically like duct tape to the back of it. It's a package with with some documents, and you find, like, again, the instructions for painting the graffitis, the hit list. You find it again, though the way you find, now that you find them again, you actually like the first time once you found them written in his hand. Now you find them like printed, and you get the feeling that this guy might not be the only person with these documents. Like, he may just be one of many people contacted or offered this job. Not only that, but you find two documents. One of them is scribbled. Actually, you find again like the list of targets, not the industrial targets, and you find that he has scribbled some notes. It says, "My investigation indicates that all of these factories had received," and it puts under quotes, "Malvaleth's blessing." Whatever it says, and like has ellipses, says whatever the hell that may be. And the other one you find is an expanded version of that graffiti one, and it describes the purpose of the pattern. The graffiti pattern is hypnotic, and anyone who looks at it for a certain moment of time becomes susceptible to basically subliminal orders, like subliminal basically you become susceptible to programming, but it depends on specific keywords being said. But the swirling patterns and the iridescent paint, which is probably you get is magical in nature, are capable of putting people in a suggestive state. And you realize that time where you had seen the message, "He lives," was one such instance. Only you were going too fast for it to have an impact on you.
Oh. Do I think Varys was in the car with me? Do I think he could have been affected by that, or
You don't know?
would I not know? I'm gonna bring it up to him and say he should get checked out.
And he says, well, I can do that when we're back to the precinct to interrogate that whatever. Or are we going back to the Seekers Guild?
Yeah, we'll go there first. Oh, the captain told you, right?
Yeah. You get on the car and drive away,
I'll
leaving.
have my car back.
I'm gonna guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, you drove here somehow.
I just assumed it was my car, but I didn't check.
RaQui, you of course go with them and leave everything to Wilderies, who, as a consummate professional, takes over from you. Though he does give Errol a side glance and shakes his head at the use of the vacuum module because it kind of disturbed the crime scene.
Yeah, we had all the photos. It's fine.
But you drive away, and as you go, we're gonna take our break right now. So we're back in 10 minutes with the rest of our story. Go get a drink and get something, stretch your legs, and we'll be back in just a bit. In a bit. And we're back. You return to the Seekers Guild, arriving with your partner and the doctor. Where do you go? Well, all this time you've basically sitting in something of a conference room while you wait for the detective to arrive. They bring you food, drinks, anything you might need to be comfortable, and it takes a bit of a while because they were doing something first.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, about an hour or so later, Errol and RaQui walk through the door as you are pointed towards the conference room as you enter the guild.
I think Dagobert should be here. I feel like we have some things to discuss, and everybody is involved in this.
Very well. I'll go fetch him. Says Bolus.
I look at RaQui and Varys and say, he's still a suspect, but
If you say so. Varys goes like, I'm just gonna sit in the back. I think you have this handled.
sure.
And
Here's the question.
he just sits in the back with a notepad.
Here's a question. What delicacies are there here that I could have asked for?
Whatever you wish.
Okay, we're gonna have to talk about.
Dagobert,
I could
there is a knock on your door.
Enter.
Door opens and the soul-forged receptionist comes through. Mr. Swiftfoot, if you would come with me, the detective Ramanesh wishes to speak with you.
I think the word you're looking for is interrogate. Lead on.
I cannot neither confirm nor deny that, sir. And he guides you towards a conference room around the second floor. You open it and everyone's there, including an elven gentleman in what is essentially the Dick Tracy trench coat and fedora, like bright yellow.
Yes.
Can I just motion for Dagobert to step outside, and I'll just close the door behind us for a second?
Okay.
I wanted to say before we go over whatever's just happened with Will, we found Biros.
How is the old man?
I'm really sorry, but he's dead.
What? How?
We found him hanging.
Okay. That doesn't... Why would he do that?
We think he was dead before he was hung.
So he escaped the factory, then someone killed him and hung him.
We don't have a time of death yet. We came straight here because something else has happened, and you're involved in all of this, so you should be here with the rest of us.
Okay.
I just wanted to tell you that your friend was gone, not in the middle of a room full of strangers.
I think friends laying it on a bit thick. I told you, I'd only met him once.
Yeah, but just in case.
To be honest, with what he'd done, I was halfway to killing him myself.
No, don't. I didn't hear that. I'll just walk back
In
through the door.
self-defense.
I'm like, no murder threats. I just walk back through the door. Okay. Will, you're okay though, right? I heard
Why
something
wouldn't I
happened.
be? I'm great. I've
Okay.
got food, I've got drinks. I've just been sat here waiting.
Right. I got a call to say that you had important information.
Yeah.
Is this immediately, well, I got the feeling it wasn't immediately dangerous, but
Well, for one, I have evidence of the wall that I went through.
right?
So if you guys are still suspecting me of how I managed to get here, and you don't believe that I went and walked through a wall, I had graffiti on it and stuff, then I have a video of it. Also, there was a dodgy-looking bloke outside the back making threats and having a conversation, and he happened to say to someone that I know something along the lines of, "Find more subjects, little puppet." And I get out my little handy device and I play the video files.
Much like I had described to Jade, nothing of this individual shows on camera. He shows up as a glitch.
I look
Any
at
of you good at drawing? I can give you a very handy description.
that feels like a charisma check, so no.
If you want to do that, Jade, that will be a performance check, but I'll allow you to replace charisma for dexterity.
I'm not going to draw it.
Okay, I thought you said you were good at drawing.
No, I said if anyone is good at drawing. Because,
We need a sketch artist.
yeah. Me, I mean, I could draw it for you, and I start drawing a stick figure with horns and a suit. And I'm like, this is red.
I mean, if it's performance based, I'm a bard.
I mean,
I can try.
you are a medical examiner, so drawing up
I can
charts
try.
and drawing up the human body might have been part of your education. So I'd say give it a go.
Do it.
What do you want me to roll?
Performance.
check.
Performance, just on its own, not with advantage.
No, on its own. I would say, again, if you want to replace charisma for dexterity, I'll allow it.
No, I'll stick with charisma. Thank you. Ooh. Apparently I can draw 23, sorry.
With Willow's description of the gentleman in question, you get a faithful rendition of this person, and it is a pitch black skinned tiefling with almost like deer antlers in a red suit with red pants, red tie, and a shirt as black as his skin. And do you mention like the shadows coming out of his eyes?
Yeah, and I also mentioned the fact that his voice went very deep and the ground started trembling when he was talking, when he was not happy. I tell them everything. And I have all this evidence. Like, I was just outside the back door. I don't think this place is very secure. I think you're correct, Dagobert.
In the footage, Errol, you see the graffiti. You can immediately recognize the same paint, but the pattern is slightly different.
I say, Well, I may have to. There might be someone here, actually. You saw the pattern, right? Did you feel any different when you were looking at it?
No, but I ran through a very, very similar one. Basically exactly the same when I was at Fellinor.
Okay.
And I ended up in the janitor's closet.
Kind of a teleportation sigil.
I mean, if you look at this video, you can see him basically pulling
Yeah.
and disappearing into it, and it's like a rippling water effect.
No, we found some new evidence, and I think you ought to get checked out.
Barry speaks out from the back, says, "Who's the girl?"
Yeah, this girl that you know.
She is somebody who I tried to help a very long time ago. In fact, she was the one I was chasing through the graffiti when I ended up in the janitor's closet.
Do you have a name?
I do have a name.
For her?
That's kind of what I meant.
Could you tell us the name?
I can do, but it all depends on exactly what might happen to her.
If she's involved in something illegal, then if that comes out of the investigation, she will have to pay the consequences. Though for me, it looks like she is in a rough situation, so we could use her information to know more about her situation and perhaps help her out.
I can give you all of the information that I know regarding her. But yes, I can give you her name. It is Laurel Kinsey. About 29, 30. She's just recently had her birthday. I can give you her birthday.
You've got a date of birth?
Yep, I do. It is 16 Scar.
Very good. And you see him making notes and say, "I'll pass this along to the Fellinor authorities to see what we can get from them."
Right. Did someone...
She has brown eyes, kind of shortish hair.
Look, I mean, we can see her in the video. But thanks. Did someone follow you? From here, I mean, I think they said that...
No. He was in a hoodie. I didn't really see
Okay, but there's another
or get their
witness.
name. But the guy at the reception, he knew who he was. Or they were.
Yeah, this is the Seekers Guild. There'll be a seeker, so... Great. I mean, I can't share much with any of you because we're in an ongoing investigation, but I want to say that none of us are safe yet. This is still the best place for us to be.
There was a big, scary-looking guy outside the back. Do you really think we're safe here as well?
Did he look like he was coming in?
No, but the fact that he was basically outside the back and he was very scary.
Do I know what was outside the back? Is one of those factories that are on the lists outside? Are we near any of that?
No, not at all. Behind this is basically like a derelict apartment building. In fact, there are big signs saying that it's going to be demolished for, new complexes being built.
Okay. Did you happen across any other graffiti while you were out there?
Not that I took any notice of.
Okay, no, that's fine. All right, I'm just going to have a word with, if I can find this gentleman and whoever's in charge here, and just make them aware of some other things. I know this isn't a great situation for any of you. And whether you're under suspicion or not, I don't want to see anything happen to anyone here. So please, I'm asking you, don't do anything stupid like running off to confront scary tieflings on your own. Or at all, but definitely not on your own.
He wasn't there when I looked outside.
You still approached him.
No, I was actually approaching her.
It's really the same thing when it doesn't matter. Don't do it. What if he had taken you as well?
Then I could probably leave some sort of evidence behind, and this place isn't safe.
Well, no, because you weren't in this place where you were out there alone.
Well, no, because someone was following me.
I don't think you're understanding the gravity of the situation, if I'm honest, but...
Errol, you hear almost like a whisper. I assure you, the situation was well under control.
Turn around.
There's no one there. I want you all to make a perception check.
22.
15.
11.
You're muted.
19.
19. How much did you roll, RaQui?
15. Yeah, 15.
So, Will and Dagobert, you immediately look up and realize that like one of the almost like tiles from the ceiling slides away and there is someone in a hoodie watching over the entire conference. You two are oblivious to this.
I'm just looking around behind me.
You're looking the wrong way.
Oh. Well, I assumed, but it's still
Well, you
not
didn't
good
assume he was up
practice.
there.
No, I mean, I assumed that things were well. He said, doesn't matter. Point still stands. Don't go running into danger, whether you just don't needlessly put yourself in danger. Please.
Ash, we did.
Dagobert's like, I don't know why he's looking through the hole. There's almost certainly bugs in this room.
Yeah, probably.
Seems like a lot of people have trust issues these days.
You know what? If having trust issues will make her not run off into trouble or you get involved in anything worse than you already have been, then don't trust anyone. Look, I have to get back to work, but this is good information. We need to factor this in.
At that point, Varys says, like, stands up, picks up his hat, and he goes, Errol, a word?
Step outside.
Outside. While he's stepping outside, do any of you do anything else? Like, do you lean in to see if you listen or anything?
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
Everybody rushes to the door.
No, Dagobert's already drawn enough attention to himself. He's just sitting in his seat, staring at the guy at the ceiling.
I'm not going to make you roll to see if you hear anything. Fairly easy. Barry's outside. Okay. While they were talking, I followed up with some of the evidence that we have. The interrogation on the Starling is ongoing, but they claim to not remember anything, which may be bullshit, maybe not. I'm gonna follow up on that. Now, here's the thing. I called in some favors, some contacts from back in the day when I was in Vice. Had them ask about, anything shady about the Brightbrow district, the warehouses. Errol, that's the place cops go to die. So we may need, if we're gonna go in there, we may need someone shady.
I mean, no, crazy idea, but I don't think it's a good idea. Mm-mm.
I mean the halfling in there.
That was my crazy idea. How do we know he's not just going to run off again?
We don't, but they're gonna smell cop the moment we hit the place, and I mean, I can go in there.
No.
I can make myself be anyone.
Yeah, I
I can do
appreciate
it.
that, but you
Make
get
an
made.
insight check.
I dropped my dice and then I caught it. Hang on. What was it?
Insight.
Insight check. 18.
The moment he says that he can become someone else if needed, you sense a tremendous amount of trepidation in the offer, and you sense that that offer was not a casual offer.
Do I feel that it's because he doesn't like doing it, or because it's not something that generally is
You
accepted?
don't know why exactly,
that-
because as a changeling, adopting different personas or masks is something that comes natural. In fact, this identity of Varys is just a
fake, yeah.
persona. You don't really get a read on the trepidation on why, but there is a degree of almost discomfort.
Look, you just said that that's a cop graveyard. I'm already involved in this. I'll ask. I'll see if I can convince Dagobert to help.
All cleared with the captain. You get him on board, I'll see if we can get the captain to approve something. In fact, I mean, I've read while I was in hospital, I kind of read some reports, Ragnar, and, got some accounts from them on kind of what went down in there. They may not be official, but I mean, the doctor is fairly competent. The, big hair lady doesn't seem too bad either.
No, I think these people can.
And from what I gather, they kind of survived that onslaught that you got at the safe house.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. It's unorthodox. I'm gonna see if I can get the captain to approve them being, consultants.
Yeah, and if you can, see if she'd be willing to shift her stance on telling them a little more.
I think if we bring them
they're
in
in
as
danger.
consultants or something, at least for this case, I think we'll have to. But
Good.
I'll talk it up with the captain, though. She'll likely want to talk to you.
Yeah, I know, but also we need to get someone on these people on the list. They need.
Yeah.
Immediate
How about I
protection
take care
duties.
of that, and you go and handle the
I'll phone the captain.
warehouse thing.
Yep.
Let me just first call the captain, soften her up, and then you can finish it.
She likes you, so that's a good idea. Everybody likes you.
She doesn't like anyone. She's just the captain.
She's all right. She's fine. She's great at her job. I have no qualms with
Yeah,
that.
that she is, but give me a few moments. And he goes away and makes a call. You can tell immediately when you recognize the look when someone is telling something to the captain that they're fairly sure the captain doesn't like. Because you can tell almost like the shift in the stance, the voice drops a few decibels. And says, yes, sure, I'll tell him. Will do. I'll see you in a bit. Hangs up. I'm heading back. I'm gonna join Rodnar and Palik on the interrogation and then start looking at the people on the list. Captain wants to talk to you.
Yeah. Keep me in the loop. I will keep you in the loop.
I mean, so we can do.
I'm going to talk to Dagobert first, and then I'll call the captain.
Do that. I gotta head off.
Thank you. And seriously, don't push yourself.
I'm good. Don't worry.
Okay? I mean it.
You're not my mother.
I'm not anybody's mother. Doesn't mean I don't worry about people. Go back into the... In fact, Errol, because he's paranoid, he opens the door real slowly in case there's someone on the other side.
There is definitely someone on the other side. They're not even being subtle about it.
We kind of scoot back and be like, so Dagobert, yeah.
Okay. Situation. Dagobert. Muted.
Just say what you're going to say. Let's not make this painful for either of us.
It's not painful. I want to ask for your help, assuming that I get clearance to do so.
Okay. I've got some conditions.
Yeah, I thought you might. What are they?
I need my kit back. And we need the details on what's actually going on. I don't like being in the dark.
Yeah, and I've been fighting for that since yesterday when this all went down. And then you jumped out of a window and hid key evidence, so you scarpered it a bit for yourself, but I'm trying again, and we're going to see how that goes. The situation is that we need to go investigate some warehouses, some locations that, by and large, police officers don't leave once they go in from.
I wouldn't go in there then. So we're going undercover.
Essentially, we're just trying to get a grip on what's going on. And if I can get the captain to give me clearance to bring you on board for this, and Will, you're involved in this too, I can then bring you up to speed on what's going on.
Okay, I suggest you get that squared away.
But you're on board if I do.
How
Yes.
am I supposed to be any help? All I do is I cook food.
Well, you handled yourself pretty well at the safe house and you didn't die.
Because I was scared of dying.
There's nothing wrong with being scared of dying. It usually keeps you more alive.
Didn't you say they were taking your friends?
They are taking people.
But she's
Lots-
your friend.
She was somebody I tried to help a very long time ago. They seem to be, from what I noticed, targeting homeless people. They might not be just targeting them.
So what, you don't want to help her now?
Of course, I can help her now.
Yeah, so then you're on board.
I just don't know what I can contribute, is what I was saying.
Well, you
That
don't know.
glowy Healy thing you did to us, that helped quite a bit. surprising how not letting people die helps.
True.
Okay, let me just go. I'm going to call my cat. You guys, I'll be back. And I'd step outside the door. Call the captain. And I'll call the captain and basically reiterate to her what Varys and I discussed already.
Yeah, Varys called me. It is an unusual request. There is precedent. I will allow it. I will even forward you some credentials for them. But this needs to be done by the book, Arrow. Everyone walk in line. Nothing illegal, or too illegal at the very least.
Yeah. We're going to need probably warrants for any of these locations that are not empty.
I'll work on that. If you can at least scout out the location first. Ask the head seeker for any backup you may need.
Yeah, I'm going to bring them up to
I've already brought them into this. And yes, you have my permission to bring them up to speed on what's going on. At this point, they may need it.
Sure. Varys is bringing you a list of names. He's probably already given them to you.
Yeah, I got it.
Can you get someone...
Also, tell the doctor. I just received, just now, I'm actually looking at my messages, a message from the coroner. He puts the time of death of your Biros about 4 days ago.
Oh, so it wasn't him at the factory, which makes sense because of that officer on the scene later yesterday.
Yeah. That... Be careful, Arrow.
Can you get someone to run that list of names to see if there's any correlation between us?
I can try. By the way, you left that box of yours on your desk.
Oh, yeah.
I only mention it because it's been, well, rattling. We're kind of giving it a bit of... We've locked it away and just, well, locked it away.
Maybe I should come look at it. I'm going to translate this note and then I'm going to come and look at it.
Okay.
Here, there's a big library. Someone can help me. I'll be there. Let me sort things here and then I will bring these guys round to collect this ID and then...
Very well. I'll see you in a few then.
Thank you.
She hangs up. You go back inside and everyone's there waiting for you.
Okay, we have the all clear. Minor issue that I need to go take care of. Which RaQui you'll enjoy because I think it's going to take the library. We are cleared, so I will bring you guys up to speed on the situation we have all found ourselves in, and I give them as much detail as they need. I don't give them
what you don't full you rundown. Include.
I do not bring up the list of, like, the hit list, who's on it. I say that we found one, but I don't say who was on it. I don't have a lot of information on the Quiet, so there's not a lot to give them there anyway, but I give them the name and that we don't know much about them. And that's not even really their name. And I leave out any like fine details of anything. They just get a rundown of Biros wasn't at the factory. He was already dead. I give that information to RaQui specifically, but they all hear it. And then I just give them kind of this is what I saw when RaQui and I went back to the factory. Then obviously the safe house happened. I bring out the starlings, but only that they were wearing those vests, so maybe steer clear of them if you see them. So it's like not fine points of any of the small findings, but just I do say to Dagobert though that Biros was involved for sure, but obviously something went wrong.
RaQui, do you provide any detail, additional detail beyond especially when you notice that Arrow is keeping some things close to the vest?
At this precise moment in time, no.
Yeah, I don't need
But
to know who's
that
on the
may
list.
change.
Very
And
well.
I don't mention my uncle at all.
Are you sure?
Yep. Or my mother.
So do we think that potentially this glitchy guy might be something to do with the Quiet as well?
I will say, RaQui, make an insight check. You're muted.
14.
Out of everyone here, you're the closest thing to a quiet authority, to an expert on them. And this tiefling and their behavior does not match what you know of the Quiet. Their name is precisely because they are silent and leave no threat. They leave no evidence beyond the pile of ash. They come and go, and none the wiser. So someone who can, who actively, teleports through a wall, threatens people in the streets, and makes the ground shake is not. Definitely does not match.
Okay. So I'm gonna reply to Will and just say I don't believe that individual would be associated with the Quiet because they're called the Quiet for that reason. However, if what you say is true, you followed your friend through the wall to the Mordecor factory. The Quiet were associated with the Mordecor factory. There's a link somewhere, but not necessarily because he is part of that organization.
But there might be some experiments that are happening then with people potentially being turned into
I might
zombies.
have something on these weird graffiti portals. Maybe. When we go back to the precinct to get you guys your temporary IDs, whatever you're going to get, I'll look into it. None of this is sounding familiar to either of you. Neither one of you have seen these graffiti patterns or Dagobert in the least suspicious way possible. No connections here with any of this that you've seen before.
I heard of the Quiet, but just the name. They're an urban legend.
Yeah. Hadn't even heard of them.
The fact that we've heard about them is a problem.
Well, I think that's why the safe house wasn't as safe as we thought it would be.
Bit of
Now
motivation here for all of us.
We're all in danger, all of us, and I don't know if it goes beyond just that we were there. So, I don't know. I'm going to see if we can get this anklet off of you, if you're going to be helping us. Please understand that we're putting a lot of trust in your help here.
Would it be an idea to maybe, I don't know, share the image of the guy that I described with people? See if we can get any information?
Maybe, but it needs to be shared with the right people. I'm going to take some of this upstairs to the head seeker and see what he has to add. Don't suppose any of you speak Infernal? Just as a inquiry.
It's pretty much a dead language, isn't it? I didn't know anyone still used it.
I think like those specific universities teach it as a weird course. It's fine. There'll be books. I'll check the library.
Where do you head now?
I'm going up to the head seeker. These guys can all come with me if they want. I guess they're all up to speed now, but...
You go up to the office, knock on the door, and you hear a familiar voice say, "Please enter."
It's Timothy.
You open the door, and it is, in fact, Timothy, who is sitting behind the desk with a robe. The armor that he was wearing is literally floating besides the desk. He goes, "Yes, what can I help you with, detective?"
I thought we could, I don't know, compare notes a little. You guys have more information on the Quiet than we do, I heard.
We have some notes, yes.
Well, we have some evidence, and we thought we could compile.
I would suggest bringing these to the head librarian. He will be able to guide you to what you need.
Thank you. Just as a quick, because you may have seen this man, and I give him the picture, I show him on my phone the picture that Will showed all of us.
He
Or in
takes a
fact,
look at
the
it,
sketch that RaQui had.
takes a look at it and says, "It does seem familiar. I may have heard something about this individual from another branch of the guild. I will make some inquiries and get back to you."
I'm working on the basis that these are two different cases that have started to intertwine,
Perhaps.
but on the off chance.
You know that until we are dismissed from our task by the police, you may continue to use the guild as your base of operations.
Thank
For
you.
now.
We appreciate your help.
Just in the future, and he looks to you, Will, if you want to go out, inform a member of our staff before you do so, just to be on the safe side.
Oh, I didn't realize I needed permission.
You don't, but we are here for your protection. And if we know in advance that you are heading out, we can make sure that you are well protected. In this case, one of our own picked up what was going on and followed you. But it would help if you would cooperate with us.
Well, I'm all for cooperating. I was helping out in the kitchens.
I know, number 7.
I tried this chat already. She didn't get it then either.
I can only offer the protection of the guild, and we will do our best to keep you safe. But you also must be careful in what you do. And though, may I ask, what is the current status of Mr. Dagobert with regards to the investigation? Is he still a suspect?
Mr. Swiftfoot has been cleared to assist for now with our investigation.
Then in that case, I am very free to offer Mr. Swiftfoot and Miss Saul an application to the Seekers Guild if you so desire.
Let's see if we get through the current situation before making any future plans first.
Very well, but you can't blame me for making the sales pitch.
It's appreciated.
Hold on. So I was a suspect.
No, you were a person of interest. Different.
Okay, I was a person of interest. That is fine. Just so I know, I need to make another phone call so I can hopefully get some more help for us.
Very well. You're free to do so. And thank you for Greyhawk Tales for raiding us with a party of 8. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Okay, you guys get ready. I'm gonna go to the library.
Okay.
I'm going to go with you because I've already asked Master Gleamscale and Mentra to collect those books that you interrupt me from getting earlier. So hopefully they'll already have them ready for us.
You arrive at the library and they're still collating their sources. So they will be giving you the books on the quiet at a later time.
I would like to translate this note.
Okay. You hand it off to Keldar. Goes, oh yes. Oh, infernal. I'm a bit rusty on it. Let me just get a dictionary. And it just picks up one from a shelf and goes a note. Well, I am not an expert on the language. I am. It is mostly just used as legal language in Asmodean contracts. But it seems to be a note directed to you. And if I'm not mistaken in my translation, it says, present the item of our bond. Present that which guided our dreams. That which lifted us and gave us endless wonder. Present that which was your greatest nightmare. Present that by which you abandoned us.
Didn't get all that down either. That feels ominous. I'm not very good at riddles.
Seems very personal in nature.
Yeah, it would be easier if I knew who sent it to me.
I cannot help you with that,
No,
detective.
thank you. I'm also going to give him the full pattern of that graffiti and see if he has anything that might be able to help us.
I would need to look around, see if we can find any historical or magical trace for such an interesting drawing.
It's cropping up all over the place, and it seems like some kind of a teleportation. It's also hypnotic when coupled with some magic paints.
If it is of a psychic nature, I would suggest you speak to our expert on the matter. It is one of our training experts, Master Bishwalk. That's spelled Bishhvorqk. A very strange name.
Okay. Thank you, Master Greenscale.
I am here at your disposal when you need it.
You've been helpful, thank you. I will leave Ricky to collecting her books. And
They tell RaQui that it'll take him a few more hours to collate all the sources.
I'm going to get ready to take everybody back to the precinct, but I will I'll throw a text message at my husband just to say, I love you, I'm okay, I hope you are also okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm at the foundation. Things are a bit tense, but everything's fine. Yes, hopefully soon we'll be able to go back home and everything will be fine. Love you.
Just send back a heart emoji. They have emojis here? They do now.
Yeah, I am guessing so.
I just get the car ready.
Do you
Clean it, even though there's
stop
nothing
by
in it.
the training facility, or?
Yeah, if people are not ready, I'll go speak to psychic expert.
Yeah, while Will and Dagobert go pick up their things.
Get their ankle bracelet off.
That will happen at the precinct. You go into the training facility, and it is almost like an Olympic training facility. There are people running. There are pools, weights. There's a whole lot. Multiple floors of it.
Is there anything labeled psychic?
No, but there is basically like a receptionist.
I'll go up to the receptionist.
Yes, hello.
Hello, I'm Detective Ramanesh. I'm looking for a Master Bishwalk.
I will call him right away. And
Thank you.
And he just presses the button and says, Instructor Bishwalk, please report to the reception. Thank you. A few minutes pass, and then you hear a voice in your head saying, what is this about?
Errol thinks back awkwardly. I have a question for you as part of an investigation. I was told you're the person to ask.
Oh, I'll be there in a few seconds. And then you almost like feel a presence, and you turn, and you see an illithid floating towards you. This illithid is wearing a purple robe with a purple cape with sequins. Has like rings and jewels and baubles on all his tentacles. He's very extra.
I love him. Errol's not tasty, so it's fine.
He goes, yes, what can I help you with?
A hypnotic, possibly teleporty, magical graffiti, and I'd show him the pattern. I've just drawn pattern, so it's not magical.
Let me make a check for him. Goes, indeed, some of the line work, the intricate line work does... Have you ever been... I think it's best if I show you. And it basically projects something into your mind. And you are like standing in basically like a white matrix white room. And there are 2 light bulbs in front of you. One red, one green. And they start red, green, red, green, red, green, 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 red, green, green, red, 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 green. They start alternating in patterns. And you, for a moment, you just like stare. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this? It doesn't matter. But is this a spell?
No, it's not.
4.
4. You get entranced looking at the lights. And then when you snap back, you are in your underwear.
What just happened?
Oh, you took off your underwear at my suggestion.
What?
This is essentially what this pattern does. The iridescent colors of this paint and the line work, it tricks the mind. It is not very... The paint is magical in nature for the vivid colors, but the pattern itself is not magic. It just tricks the brain.
So more science than magic.
Brains are fascinating things. I should know.
Errol's just getting dressed and probably got a shade of purple.
You see a couple of secret recruits come up and says, Instructor Bishwok, we finished running the 30 laps. Is that enough? No, another 30, just go. And you see him make an insight check.
Oh, well, where were you? That's a natural 20.
You immediately notice that they start running, and the demeanor on this illithid's face, like the look on his face and the demeanor body language, he seems to be very interested in people running. On just the act of running. And he just chuckles to himself. He goes, oh, I can never get tired of it.
Do I want to ask? I feel like I do. What's the interest?
Oh, I find it very interesting how all of you just walk and run and just go about the ground. It is fascinating.
Most of us can't float or fly.
Yeah, so I've heard some suggest me that I should try it, but an illithid walking, it's unnatural.
You should, though. Let's walk around where no one can see you.
No, I prefer to make others run. It's far more entertaining. And it builds character.
Sure. I'm gonna go. He's just getting dressed and trying to leave.
Yes, I'm here at your disposal if you need anything, or if you would like to run, that's perfectly fine.
You know, I will. And he runs out, pulling on the rest of his jacket.
Hey,
I'm going to find these people and
you head to
Take
the
them back.
precinct, and Dagobert, your ankle bracelet is removed. And says, the captain does tell you, says, here are your credentials. You're officially consultants on this case. Please, please, please don't make me regret it.
I won't.
And that is all then. As I said, Errol, your little box is rattling in the corner. We put it in a lead box, hoping that will be enough.
maybe I was going to look at it, but I translated the note, and now I'm not sure I ought to. I'm going to run it past, I don't know, Mother at this point.
It's your box, your problem. In fact, you know what? Get it out of my precinct.
I knew you were going to tell me to do that. Okay.
Your box is rattling in my office.
It's in
our offices. I don't want it here.
Get my rattling box.
It is rattling. You see that like the lead box is shaking. You open it and the box is rattling inside, but the moment you touch it, it goes quiet.
Just look at her and I'm like, that's not good.
No, that's why get it out of my precinct.
As soon as I take it, I leave.
And as you all leave to continue your investigation in this case, now together as the detective and his consultants, we're going to leave our session there. And to commemorate this wonderful occasion, you're all level 2.
Yeah. Wait, we should roll hit points.
Finally.
If you want to.
We should do it so it's on camera. Maybe we shouldn't. In case I roll a 1, I can pretend I
roll a
didn't.
1.
Please do it, Nate.
I don't want to roll a 1. What is this, D10? Hang on. Hey, no, I'll take that. It is a 7.
How much is your constitution? 0, so that's 7 more HP.
1. It's 1. I get 8
that's
HP.
8 more HP. Ash, roll your HP.
So that's 5 plus my constitution modifier, which is +1, so 6 points.
HP. RaQui?
5 plus nothing, so 5.
And Will?
Wait, we had 7, 6, 5. It's going well. Well,
Only
8,
4.
technically.
2.
I rolled a 2 and I have +2, so it's 4.
We need one more person rolling a 9 or something, and we would have been poker. We'd have it straight.
Good. I have 18 hit points now.
Amazing. So that is the end of our session. This was episode 4, Pursuits. And we'll be back next week with our brand new episode as the party, now officially a party, at least for now. So I don't think anyone trusts anyone else.
19 hit points. I can't count. No.
I think we'll see what they get up to as they head into the bad parts of town. Before we go, I'll go once again around the room, and everyone can tell you who they are, who they've been playing, and if they wish to do so, where you can find them on the dark corners of the internet. So Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash. I've been playing Dagobert Swiftfoot, the newly released rogue.
Nate.
Nate, I've been playing Errol Reminash. Can't wait to see more of our elusive rogue in action next week. You can find me on Twitter as Tiniest Sidekick.
And Jade.
Hi, I'm Jade. I played Will. You can see me on Twitter at JJ_squishy1990. And not only that, but you can also see me this coming Friday as Ophelia for Vampire the Masquerade.
Very true. And last but not least, Kat.
Hello, I'm Kat, and I've been playing RaQui, our group medical examiner, slowly rebuilding my notes.
Campaign end has a notebook again.
Literally.
So next week, make sure to come back on Thursday for our brand new episode of Shadowrun. It is a big heist where things are sure to go swimmingly. And then it is back on Friday for Pine and Country, our Shadowrun, our Vampire the Masquerade live play, in which our players are attempting to build their own domain in London after the fall of all vampire government structures in the city. And first session, they split the party. So that'll be all for us for tonight. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for watching. Greyhawk Tales, thank you so much for the raid. Geek Dice, thank you so much for the follow. I hope everyone had a good time, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.